pleasure that we have the company of C.A. Sanjay Jain sir. So I would like to request sir to please quickly introduce himself.
Thank you, ma'am. My name is Sanjay Jain. I am chartered accountant by profession, having more than 3 decades of experience with me in the field of consultancy, commercial consultancy, international consultancy, business advisory, plus the fundraising programs of the industry like IPOs and bank funding and loan syndication. Apart from the litigation of the businesses like GST, income tax, and other related FEMA issues like that which are faced by the industry. I have been into teaching profession as well as a freelancer or as a visiting faculty to several institutions in North India particularly, and I have been giving the guest lectures in various management institutions as well, particularly to the MBA students to teach them what is the practical aspects of your management degree which you are going to take away after passing out from the institution, and how you will handle and how will you explore in the industry. So basically that is an interface between a theoretical part of the curriculum to the practical part which is employable in the industries.
Lovely. So firstly, thank you so much for sparing your very precious time. I had a pleasure of hosting you this morning to now this afternoon. How your experience has been with the NT? How did you find it?
Well, it's a wonderful institution. It's a gift given by the army basically to the students of the army background students, and the faculties are very nice, very good, very knowledgeable, no doubt, and very hardworking, I must say.
Thank you, sir.
And they are trying to motivate students in such a way that they are just the beginners, like intermediate level students or 10th standard students like this. Because you see, the students those who are coming from the army background, they don't have the exposure in the real world of corporate or the business. So now to make them compatible with that particular atmosphere, these faculties are working very hard to give them the skill set to how they will manage the industry or manage the out of the army world situation, right? And apart from that, the commercial skills. I particularly mentioned that thing in my discussion earlier. Commercial skill means the basic things which a commercial management graduate must understand, must know. In other words, it is the ABCD of the commercial knowledge.
Indeed.
So that is more important. Plus the way you guys are doing the seminars and projects and case studies and all other things, those are wonderful, no doubt about it. And I must congratulate the entire faculty and the management of the institution for getting all these things done.
Yeah. So as you know, I shared that our domain is business communication. So we had a lengthy discussion about soft skills in general, and you get a lot of interns, right? So any feedback or any suggestions that you would like these young budding management professionals to work on in terms of their communication and soft skills in general?
Yes, it's a very wonderful question you have asked, because the communication skills, soft skills, and the business communication skills, these are the 3 pillars basically to give the best of their management area out of this, right?
Yeah.
Particularly and practically, I am telling you that most of the students, I find that they are not good in writing the communication letters with the various departments of the government or the
written correspondence.
Written correspondence.
Yeah.
Although it is not so difficult,
Indeed.
because they all have read about all these things in their +2 level,
Correct.
right? So the basic idea of writing those business letters are already there with them, right? The only thing is how to develop them in a business level,
Correct.
right? And since being the management students, it is very much important, because unless they have the writing skills of the business, they cannot communicate with their peers or the authorities or the management, even for the public. These days, SME IPO is a very, very hot area to get the alternate funding.
Right.
These students, once they go to the industry, they are the people, those who can tell the investors or do the roadshows of that particular IPO. They have to communicate with the stock exchanges, the SEBI, the merchant bankers and other intermediaries, those who are involved in the IPO matters.
Right.
So if they don't know how to write these letters to them, how to give the replies to those letters, the entire object will go.
Correct.
So it is very much important to learn all those skills, either themselves or with the help of the faculties here.
Correct.
You know?
Right.
So what I suggest to you is that you must purchase some good books on this type of communications and put them into the library. Ask the student to go to the library, do some practices, do some project work on that, and then develop their skills in this particular area. Speaking skill is already there with you because you guys have faced so many interviews or Viva and all other things. But writing skills,
Yeah.
that too grammatically right, commercially right. The concepts, the words, the sentences which you are using must communicate the correct thing to the stakeholders. That is
Absolutely.
very important.
I agree.
Very important. Be it taxation, be it banking, be it funding, be it anything. Even marketing.
Right.
If you are not in a position to properly communicate to the stakeholders, the objective of the stakeholder, the object of the business is gone. So I think it is very important for you.
I agree, sir.
We must concentrate on that.
So lastly, since you have had a plethora of experience in accountancy, any top domain-specific skills from your domain accounting that you want budding finance enthusiasts to work on?
Yes, definitely. They must learn and invariably learn the basic accountancy, particularly MBA students in finance.
Yeah.
Because until unless they know the basic accountancy, right from the passing in the entries in the books of accounts of the ledgers and the cash books to the making of the profit and loss account, balance sheet, financial statements and annual financial statements. Because once you know how a particular transaction travel from one place to another place, means one account to another account, then finally to try and analyze to the profit and loss account, then to the balance sheet. How will you analyze?
Right.
Financial analysis can be done only when you understand the basics.
Absolutely.
If you don't know the basics, you cannot analyze the balance sheet.
Right.
Once you are not in a position to analyze the balance sheet, how will you justify your position?
Right.
Somewhere there in the management or the finance arena. So it is very important to learn ABCD of the accountancy. And apart from that, and in addition to that, learn basics of GST, learn basics
Right.
of income tax.
Right.
Because in accountancy, GST and income tax, these three things are the basic, requirement of a particular institution or organization. Only that, on the basis of that, you can prepare your plans and budgets and assessments and all other things. Even forecasting can be done only when you prepare a good balance sheet. And the person who is using that balance sheet or the stakeholders, if they don't have the knowledge of that basic accountancy, they cannot analyze, they cannot come to the correct conclusion, and they
Right.
cannot make the strategy of the business.
Perfect. Any last suggestions or takeaways from your expertise or anything that you'd like to cover, sir?
Well, try to develop yourself not as an employee. Try to develop yourself as an entrepreneur.
Fabulous. That's what we did.
This is the time of in India particularly to become the entrepreneur, because the government has given so many benefits to the
Grants,
young
yeah.
entrepreneurs and startups and all. Try to create some idea. Try to create some new novel thing, so that you can
Be a job creator.
you become the creator, so that you can get the benefit of all those skills given by the government, as well as you will be in a position to employ some X amount of people with you.
Right.
In that way, if you develop yourself, develop your skills and come up with an entrepreneurship program with you, or the objective of the career as an entrepreneurship, then only you will justify your management degrees. Don't rush for the jobs. Once you are in job, you are simply 10 to 5, bound.
True. Very true.
In a very simple language.
Very true.
So you are doing MBA, you must be innovative ideas with you, you must implement those ideas and follow the brick by brick approach.
Right.
If in your life, if you don't follow the brick by brick approach, then it is not going to fulfill your aims and aspirations. So this is my one word, this thing, go by brick by brick.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Chandra sir, for spending a very valuable time. Appreciate it. I'm sure our students are gonna, get a lot of wisdom especially from your expertise, and we
Anytime.
look forward to having you
Anytime.
for
Anytime.
you know, in future a couple of more sessions with you.
Anytime. I'm there to serve your institutions and for the welfare of the students. Anytime.